In these vast feedlots across America, 45,000 of them, American grain-fed cattle are fattened, producing over 20 billion pounds of beef. These cattle come off the grazing lands of America. Born in the wintertime, they grow up on rich pasture to a weight of 500 pounds. Then, here to the feedlot to be fattened on grain. Cattle feeding in the United States has developed dramatically in the past 40 years. The science of cattle feeding is as diverse as the various regions in this country. These regions are controlled by climatic conditions and feed ingredient availability. Wherever corn is available, it is used extensively. Corn needs to be balanced at stages of the animal's development with roughage like hay and other supplements. These ingredients are measured into a balanced diet. They are mixed fresh every day and fed at intervals into feeding troughs. Records are compiled to assist the feedlot operators to predict anticipated growth, which is seasonably adjusted and based on daily feed consumption. At 1 year, the cattle are 700 pounders, and then after 4 months of intensive feeding, they're now 1,100 pounders. 18 to 24 months of age, and they're ready to be sold to the meatpacking plants. The U.S. Department of Agriculture grades all this beef. Based largely on the degree of marbling in the meat, beef is quality graded. The two top grades are USDA Prime and USDA Choice. Carcasses are also yield graded. Based on the percentage of red meat that a carcass will yield, they are given a yield grade from 1 to 5. Yield grades 1, 2, and 3 are the highest. Beef is cut in many ways. The generally accepted standard specification is NAMP, National Association of Meat Purveyors. Secondly, and just as important, are the individual packer's specifications. For the purpose of this film, let's talk about the Meat Buyer's Guide. By using the Meat Buyer's Guide, NAMP, the buyers and their suppliers are both assisted by a numbered picture and written specification, enabling them to ship and receive items that are tailor-made for business. The rib primal is separated from the short plate. This is the rib primal cut, item number 103. The rib, roast ready, is item number 109. It is fabricated from the rib primal. A straight cut is made across the ribs. The chine bones are removed. The fat cover is laid back on a natural seam. The blade bones and muscle meat attached to it are removed. Then the exterior fat cover and feather bones are held in their natural position by tying with string or with stretchable netting. The ribs are cut no more than 3 inches beyond the eye of the meat at the small end, and not more than 4 inches at the larger end. Weight ranges are generally 18 to 20 pounds, 8.2 to 9 kilos, 20 to 22 pounds, 9 to 10 kilos, or 22 pounds, 10 kilos and up. Please check with the supplier for his specifications and sizes. After cooking, dinner plate servings are referred to as prime rib. The ribeye roll lip-on is item number 112A. It is also fabricated from the rib primer. The lip is trimmed no more than 2 inches from the outer tip of the ribeye muscle. Specifications for item number 112A, ribeye roll, lip on, generally call for weight ranges of 12 pounds, 5.4 kilos and down, and 12 pounds, 5.4 kilos and up. Please check with the supplier for his specifications and sizes. After cooking, dinner plate servings are also referred to as prime rib and sometimes as ribeye steak. The ribeye roll, item number 112, is also fabricated from the rib primer. All exterior bones, cartilage, backstrap, and the exterior fat cover are removed, except that 2 USDA grade stamps should be left firmly attached, often referred to as a clean ribeye roll in the USA. Weight ranges are generally listed from 9 pounds, 4 kilos and up, or 9 pounds, 4 kilos and down. Please check with your supplier for his specifications and sizes. Retail sales and dinner plate servings refer to a cut from this piece of meat as ribeye steak. Items number 189, 180, and 184 all come from the loin primal. 2 methods of fabricating the loin primal, item number 172, will be discussed. The full tenderloin, item number 189, is fabricated from the full loin. The surface fat is tapered down to the lean at a point not more than 3/4 of the length of the tenderloin, measured from the butt end. The average thickness of the surface fat of this cut, item number 189, ranges between 1/2 inch, 1.3 centimeters, and 3/4 of an inch, 1.9 centimeter. Tenderloins are sold by weight range. Please check with your supplier for his specifications and sizes. A serving of this cut is referred to as beef tenderloin or as Chateaubriand. The full tenderloin, defatted, side muscle on, item number 189A, is also fabricated from the full loin. The surface fat is trimmed down to the lean. Care is taken to keep the side muscle attached. The underlying fat is not trimmed. Tenderloins are sold by weight range, 5 pounds, 2.5 kilos and up, and 5 pounds, 2.5 kilos and down. Please check with your supplier for his specifications and available sizes. A serving of this cut is often garnished with bacon and referred to as filet mignon. The shell loin is separated from the sirloin. Item number 180, strip loin, boneless, is fabricated from the shell loin. The tail is removed by a straight cut, not more than 3 inches from the loin eye on the rib end, and not more than 2 inches from the loin eye on the sirloin end. Average fat thickness ranges from 3/4 of an inch, 1.9 centimeter, up to a maximum of 1 inch, 2.5 centimeter, on a yield grade 3 or better carcass. Item number 180 can be specified and purchased in 3 weight ranges: 10 to 12 pounds, 4.5 to 5.4 kilos, 12 to 14 pounds, 5.4 to 6.4 kilos, and 14 pounds, 6.4 kilos and up. Please check with your supplier for available sizes. Custom trimming is available with most suppliers. Let him know what you need when ordering. A serving of this cut is referred to as strip loin steak. The bottom butt and the hip bone are removed to make item number 184, top sirloin butt, boneless. The bottom sirloin butt is separated and the hip bone is removed. The heavy connective tissue adjacent to the sacral vertebrae is removed. Item number 184, top sirloin butt, boneless, has an average surface fat thickness of up to 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. Top sirloin butts weigh 10 pounds, 4.5 kilos and up. Please check with your supplier for his specifications and available sizes. A serving of this cut is referred to as a top sirloin butt steak. Items 174, 191, 185A, 185B, and 185C can also be produced from the loin primal. We have already examined one method of marketing the full loin, item number 172. Now, let's see another useful method of cutting the full loin. A bandsaw separates the sirloin, item number 181, from the short loin, item number 173. Another cut removes the excess portion of the flank, and a short loin, short cut, item number 174, is produced. The tail is removed by a straight cut, not more than 3 inches from the loin eye on the rib end, and not more than 2 inches from the loin eye on the sirloin end. Average fat thickness ranges from 3/4 of an inch, 1.9 centimeters, up to a maximum of 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. Item number 174 can be purchased in weight ranges from 22 pounds, 10 kilos and up, or 22 pounds, 10 kilos and down. Please check with your supplier for his specifications and for any custom trimming or weight ranges that you may need. Servings from this cut are porterhouse steak from the heavy end and T-bone steak. The butt tenderloin, item number 191, is the head end of a full tenderloin, item number 189. The exterior fat must be trimmed to a maximum of 3/4 of an inch, 1.9 centimeters, at any point along the tenderloin. This process will expose the lymph gland. Rough edges and loose fat are then trimmed away. Butt tenderloins are not offered in weight ranges. Please check with your supplier for his specifications on trimming, packaging, and available sizes. A serving of this cut is referred to as tenderloin steak. The hip bone is removed to produce sirloin butt boneless, item number 182. The top sirloin butt, item number 184, is then trimmed to specification as seen before. The bottom sirloin butt, item number 185, can then be processed. The bottom sirloin flap meat, item number 185A. And bottom sirloin ball tip, item number 185B. And bottom sirloin triangle, item 185C, are produced from the bottom sirloin butt, item number 185. The flap meat is trimmed, practically free of surface fat and connective tissue. The ball tip is removed from the bottom sirloin butt along the natural seam, and the fat is trimmed down to about 1/4 inch, 0.65 centimeters. The triangle or tri-tip has the rough edges and loose meat trimmed away, and the fat is trimmed down to about 1/2 inch, 1.3 centimeters. These specifications are reasonably standard in the industry. Weight ranges are not offered. Packaging style varies. Please check with your supplier when ordering. All meat cuts are inspected by quality control specialists. The meat is vacuum packed. And boxed. The cartons are weighed, then automatically stamped with the weight and production date. Within moments after being processed, the meat is moved into warehouse storage. Temperatures are maintained at levels just above freezing to ensure the shelf life of product throughout the distribution, sale, and appetizing table-ready period of presentation. In the USA, meat is generally moved in a fresh, chilled condition. Some exports are shipped chilled, but if meat is to be sold frozen, it is frozen immediately to preserve its goodness for many months to come. Chilled or frozen, all product is inspected by an official in the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The meat industry and the U.S. government are partners in an effort to produce and to deliver the best that there is. Your order is now ready for shipment. Beef is good to eat, tender, juicy, and good for you. It can be boiled, stewed, braised, roasted, fried, or grilled to your satisfaction. Preparation is simple, and you can enjoy your meal in a fine restaurant, the comfort of your home, or at an exciting barbecue. Beef is good business.